Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. The air over Hope Valley felt different in 2025. There was something almost electric about the place, like the calm before the kind of storm that doesn't bring thunder but change. Season 13 of When Calls the Heart had quietly stepped into filming. But whispers from inside the set hinted that this would be the most emotionally charged season yet. The characters weren't just growing. They were being redefined. The world of Hope Valley was about to be tested in ways no one had imagined. Elizabeth Thornton had always believed that love could heal, but as the new year dawned, she found herself confronting her own heart in ways she never expected. The schoolhouse had long been her sanctuary, but lately, every lesson, every word she wrote on the chalkboard carried a shadow of doubt. Nathan Grant had been a constant presence in her life, steady kind. Patient, but time had passed since that tentative connection they once shared. And though fate had brought them close again, it was now giving them one more test. The new storyline unfolding around them was more intimate, more mature. Nathan's responsibilities as Mountie had deepened after a series of mysterious robberies near Union City drew his attention. But these weren't just crimes. They carried ties to Hope Valley's own past. One night, as he returned from an investigation, Elizabeth noticed his weary eyes. "You can't keep carrying the weight of everyone else's battles," she said softly, handing him a cup of tea. He looked at her, realizing that maybe, for the first time, she truly saw the man behind the uniform. But Hope Valley wasn't the same quiet place it once was. A new arrival, a woman named Clara Byrne, stepped off the stagecoach one bright morning. Her presence stirred curiosity instantly. Dressed in city clothes but with a demeanor that spoke of loss, Clara claimed she had come to open a new bookshop. Yet something about her story didn't add up. Florence, always the first to notice a mystery, whispered to Molly that the newcomer carried a secret letter addressed to the late Jack Thornton. And when Nathan found Clara walking by the old Mountie outpost late one evening, he couldn't shake the sense that her arrival was no coincidence. Meanwhile, Rosemary and Lee were facing challenges of their own. With the Valley Voice expanding beyond Hope Valley, their little newspaper had caught the attention of nearby towns. A big publishing company from the city wanted to partner with them, but at a cost. Rosemary struggled with the decision. She had always been fiercely independent, proud of her creative control. But the opportunity could mean a brighter future for her daughter, Goldie. Lee, ever the voice of reason, reminded her, "Sometimes growth means letting go of what we've built, Rosie, but never of who we are." It was one of those tender, real moments that defined the Coulters, still the heart and humor of the town. Over at the cafe, Lucas Bouchard had returned to Hope Valley quietly after months away. His political ambitions had crumbled in Capital City, but something in his eyes had changed. He wasn't the same charming businessman anymore. He was humbled, reflective, and perhaps a little broken. His return didn't go unnoticed, especially by Nathan, who still carried old wounds. The two men had always shared an unspoken tension, and this season was poised to bring that to the surface once more. Elizabeth, caught between forgiveness and fear, struggled with how to welcome Lucas back without reopening the chapters she had already closed. The set itself was buzzing with renewed energy. Cast members hinted that Season 13's tone was deeper still, family-friendly, but layered with new emotional truths. The writers were focusing less on love triangles and more on personal transformation. For Elizabeth, that meant facing her lingering guilt over Jack's memory. For Nathan, it meant discovering that bravery isn't only about protecting others. It's about allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Then came one of the most talked about scenes in production. A massive storm sequence filmed over 3 long nights was said to be a metaphorical turning point for the season. During the storm, the schoolhouse roof begins to collapse while Elizabeth and her students are inside. Nathan races through torrential rain to save them, echoing the kind of courage Jack once showed. But in a breathtaking twist, it's not Nathan who saves the day, it's Elizabeth, who shields her students and guides them through fear, emerging as stronger and braver than ever. That moment, insiders said, would redefine her character for the rest of the series as the dust settles from the storm. Hope Valley rebuilds, but the emotional aftershocks run deep. Lucas, still trying to make peace with his past, offers to help fund repairs for the schoolhouse. It's a quiet gesture, one that Elizabeth doesn't quite know how to accept. Sometimes, doing the right thing doesn't erase what's been done, she tells him. He nods, understanding. The two share a bittersweet silence, proof that some bonds, though broken, still hum beneath the surface. Meanwhile, Faith Carter returns to town after being away for medical training. She's stronger, more confident, and ready to open a small clinic of her own. But her reappearance stirs unresolved feelings between her and Carson Shepherd, who surprises everyone by riding back into Hope Valley with a brand new purpose. Their reunion is awkward but heartfelt, a slow rekindling that fans will likely cheer for as the season unfolds. But perhaps the biggest surprise lies with Bill Avery. After years of guiding others, Bill faces a health scare that forces him to confront his own limitations. A new deputy, young, impulsive, and full of idealism, arrives to assist him, creating both tension and mentorship. Bill's storyline this year is about legacy, passing the torch while still holding on to the values that built Hope Valley. Just as he says in one powerful moment, isn't just about the Lutz, about doing right, even when no one's watching. Behind the cameras, Aaron Krakow, who portrays Elizabeth, reportedly shared that season 13 will feel like a return to the roots of Hope Valley, but through wiser eyes. She hinted that Elizabeth's heart will finally find peace, not necessarily through a new romance, but through self-discovery. Kevin McGarry, ever humble, teased that Nathan's growth will surprise everyone. He's not chasing love anymore, he said. He's chasing meaning. The emotional center of the season, however, belongs to Hope Valley itself. The writers have woven in a subplot where the town faces a potential closure of the coal train line, a decision that could isolate them from the rest of the world. This creates new alliances, as even former rivals work together to preserve the town's spirit. The stakes are higher than ever, and every character is forced to ask, what does Hope Valley mean to them now? In the midst of it all, Allie Grant, now older, wiser, and navigating her teenage years, finds herself at a crossroads of her own. Torn between wanting to follow in her father's footsteps or pursue teaching like Elizabeth, she becomes the symbolic bridge between old and new generations. Her conversations with Elizabeth are said to be some of the most touching scenes of the season, highlighting themes of mentorship, legacy, and finding your own path as filming progresses. There are whispers that the season finale will end, not with heartbreak, but with renewal. The town gathers for a massive festival, Hope Valley's first Founders' Day celebration, and under twinkling lanterns, old feuds fade and long-awaited forgiveness blooms. Nathan and Elizabeth share a dance not necessarily romantic, but profoundly emotional. Some journeys, Elizabeth whispers, don't end, they just change direction. Fans are already speculating what that means, but the consensus is clear. The writers are leading the show toward a sense of peace and maturity. In a touching behind-the-scenes moment, director Peter DeLucy reportedly paused filming during the festival scene to thank the cast. "You've kept this show alive for over a decade," he said, "and you've done it by keeping Hope Valley alive in people's hearts." Aaron Krakow, moved to tears, later shared that she hopes fans will feel the same love and gratitude, radiating through every episode. What makes this 2025 update so refreshing is that, when Calls the Heart isn't relying on shock or melodrama, it's returning to its roots of compassion, courage, and the everyday heroism of small-town life. The costumes are richer, the cinematography more luminous, and the music crafted with soft piano and strings echoes nostalgia while embracing change. Each frame feels like a love letter to fans who have stayed from the very beginning. And yes, there's one final twist. As the season closes, a mysterious telegram arrives in Hope Valley addressed to Elizabeth. The name on the sender's line is faded, almost unreadable, but the initials are unmistakable. JT, the message is simple. Not everything ends where you think it does. The screen reportedly fades to black on Elizabeth's face, shocked, hopeful, uncertain. Theories are already swirling. Is it connected to Jack's old Mountie unit? A long-lost letter? Or something even deeper from the past? Hallmark insiders are keeping the mystery sealed tight. But they promise it's a moment fans will never forget. Hope Valley, as always, stands as more than a place, it's a feeling. A promise, a symbol of endurance. As season 13 unfolds, every smile, every tear, every sunset feels charged with meaning. The show's long-standing message shines brighter than ever, no matter how much time passes. Hope always calls the heart back home.